right, I call this meeting to order. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance and the invocation following. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Dear God, please bless our elected officials, grant them the wisdom to know and the courage to do what is right for all citizens. Amen.
Amen. Roll call, please.
Allen?
Here.
Lafour?
Here.
Mistrovich?
Here.
Reindel?
Here.
Ricks?
Here.
Schultz?
Here.
Warren?
Here.
Good to see everybody here tonight. We need a motion to approve the minutes of November 4th.
Motion. Support.
Motion made and supported. Any discussion? Being not, all in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Against? Motion does pass. Audience comments on any non-agenda items? Gentlemen are here for an agenda item. We'll move on. Adoption of agenda, Mr. City Manager, any changes?
No changes.
City Council, any changes? A motion to accept the agenda as presented would be in order.
Motion. Support.
Motion been made and supported. Any discussion? Being not, all in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Against? Motion does pass. Is there a motion for the consent agenda?
Make a motion to approve the consent agenda as presented.
Support.
Motion been made and supported for the consent agenda. There is no discussion on the motion. All in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Against? Motion does pass. We move on to items for consideration. We only have two this evening. The first one is consideration of establishing the quarterly roundtable meeting date. Mr. City Manager.
Council is being asked to schedule its next quarterly roundtable meeting date. The quarterly roundtable provides an opportunity for the City Council to discuss specific areas of concern and detail in a workshop format without taking formal action on these matters. They are open to the public. The roundtable meetings are normally scheduled for the months of January, April, July, and October. So we're looking at trying to schedule one for January. Administration would prefer not to have it on the January 6th regular meeting, as that's pretty close to the holidays. It'd be difficult to get a packet out.
Very good. Is council ready to make a motion? Or would you like to drop the rules and have an open discussion before we have a motion?
We should probably do that. That just make sure everybody's on the same page.
Okay, everybody's okay?
On the same page.
Okay, so what about the 20th?
I'm good with the 20th.
That's fine with me.
I'm good with the 20th.
Yeah,
January 20th, yeah.
5:30?
Yep. Sounds good.
Okay,
I'll make a motion to schedule the special quarterly roundtable meeting with the City Council January 20th, 2025 at City Hall, beginning at 5:30 PM.
Support.
motion made and supported. Any discussion on this item? Being not, all in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Against? Motion does pass. And item number 2 is consideration of the Historical Society's request for the shed. Mr. City Manager.
Council is scheduled to consider a request from the Richmond Area Historical and Genealogical Society, or RAGS, to donate a small garage shed located at 69271 Forest Street for use in the historic village portion of Bailey Park. The city's completing the purchase of 69271 Forest. The title works come back clean, and we're working on the closing documents. Once that's done, we'll be looking to demo the house eventually, but RAGS has come with the use for the small garage there. They'd like to use it for storage over at Bailey Park for a lot of their items that aren't for display that they use throughout the year. And Rich and Bob are here from RAGS to answer any questions.
Would you like to make a presentation? Name and address, please.
I'm Rich Weinert, 70007 Main Street, Richmond.
Bob Colhagen, 4174 Palms Road, Casco.
Thank you.
Thank you, council, for hearing our request. When I read in the paper that you had acquired that house on the corner of Monroe and Forest, and in the article, I believe it mentioned that the building would be demolished, so it struck me that possibly that shed would get demolished as well. So I wanted to raise our hand to see if there was any possibility we could acquire it or take a look at it, see if it was of any value to save. And we are in need of storage that, for a lot of things we have stored in the log cabin loft and in the basement of the museum, so it would be handier, and we'd also dress it to make it look like a milk house, so it'd be near the barn, between the barn and the windmill would probably be where we'd put it. And so one side, we may have a single man door, and then on the back side, the double door that exists, so that the front side could look like a milk house, the back side could be for bringing bigger things in and out. So that's basically our plan. Bob, you have anything to add?
No, other than the fact that at the moment, we're looking at just putting it on skids on a wood floor as opposed to putting a concrete pad.
That it?
Question? Yeah.
Okay. No, we have to have a motion. Hang on. Do we have a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve Reg's request to utilize the garage from 69271 Forest Street for the Historic Village in Bailey Park once the sale of the property is completed.
Support.
Motion made and supported. Discussion. Any questions also? Does it have a floor in it now, or is? I think
on a pad.
It looks like
Pardon me?
it's on a
It's on a
Yeah.
slab right now.
It is, okay, so, yeah. Oh, you were talking here, maybe the possibility of having DPW move it also. If that doesn't have a floor in it, that could be a little difficult.
Yeah, it's going to have to be all braced on the inside before
Yeah.
it gets moved.
That would be something you would
Would have
propose
to
to
do.
do, make it so that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, okay,
We need to get inside to see if the, the base plate is not rotted out and stuff like that, and get timbers to put underneath it. So there's some work to do before it would be moved.
yeah, yeah. Okay, and the timeline for that, I mean, that's something that could get done right away, or if we want to wait a
Reasonable.
while, yeah. I'm not sure what our timeline is for tearing the house down.
Right, we're undertaking the asbestos survey now. We're probably going to close in a couple of weeks
Okay.
to 3 weeks. I know we had talked about doing a walkthrough with council just to look at the rest of what's in the house, and then potentially have Rags be able to look at it after that.
Yeah.
And then Fire has expressed some interest on doing some training on the inside, not a burn or anything like that, but just training on the inside. So by the time we put the demo specs out onto the street and stuff, we're looking at least a couple months out.
Yeah,
So,
okay.
you know.
Okay, okay. Any other questions or comments? I think it's a good thing myself. Get some use out of it. You guys are willing to do that. Maybe we can put some life back into the shed there, so.
Save us some money.
Yeah, yeah. Well, and the rendering that you gave us fits the area there with the windmill and the barn. Makes sense to put the milk house by the windmill and the barn, so that, and I don't think any of your future plans, there was anything else that was gonna go right there, was there? So
No,
there's
not
no
really.
alteration to the plans that council has approved previously, so we should be good. Anything
Might
else?
paint it white or something. It's just brown because of the
Yeah.
way it's done.
We'll let you. Once you get it, it's yours. Let's hope we can get it over there. And I would ask council, is council willing to have the city manager work with DPW and the Historical Society to move the shed?
Sure. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, it's only a few blocks away. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tom Habel stopped and he thought he might move it, and then he said, well, God, there are bigger forks on your front loader than my little uniloader there, the little skid steer. It makes sense. It shouldn't take as much to,
No, and Jim looked at it. His only concern was that it was sitting on a slab, but if they're going to be willing to put it on timbers or whatever, then
Yeah.
I'm sure that'll make it easier.
yeah. No guarantees.
Yeah.
Right.
They'll be very careful to get it over there.
Yeah, I know, that would
Be
be,
some watchful eyes helping them. I'm
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. If there's nothing else, all in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Against? Motion does pass. Thanks.
you.
Thank you.
We move on to miscellaneous matters from the city manager, sir.
Thanksgiving is late this year, so we go right into December after that Thanksgiving. So 1 week from today, Monday, November 25th, is the last day of yard waste. So
Okay.
next Monday is the last day of yard
The
waste.
26th.
Or is that the,
Tuesday, the 26th.
no, we're on Monday.
Monday.
Oh, I'm sorry, that's right, yeah, the
So it's
calendar is
Monday,
wrong.
the 25th is the last day of yard waste.
Right,
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, the calendar was done before we transitioned to priority, so.
Yes, yeah.
And then, if people are interested in an affordable bike or old street signs that no longer meet the reflectivity, through November 20th, which is roughly 2 days from today, the online auction for city surplus things is still, you're able to make a bid. So you can get to the link. It's Rowley's auction, but you can get to there through the city website under the news flashes, which is cityofrichmond.net.
Very good, very good. There is quite a bit of stuff on there. It's pretty neat, the signs, some of the very old signs also. Okay, council comments. Mike?
Just one thing. A couple months ago, council appointed Councilor Schultz and myself to the Code Enforcement Committee with city administration staff. So we had one meeting and it went really well. We had a lot of good discussion.
Good.
And some suggestions. So we're meeting again tomorrow as our second meeting to go
good.
over some of the proposed changes to make it better understandable for the residents and be consistent with some of the things that we currently have in place. So we'll hopefully bring that back to council in the next month or so.
Good to see that it's moving right along. Yeah. Dennis?
Just wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Jimbo?
Nothing tonight, Mayor.
Emily?
Nothing tonight, thank you.
Nothing tonight.
All good.
Okay. We can go to the announcements here. The Santa Parade application is online also, or get a hold of Parks and Rec and/or Richmond Parade at Comcast.net, or just call City Hall, and they'll direct you on how to get an application for the Santa Parade. The Christmas cookie sale is the 29th annual at the Lois Wagner Memorial Library. That is going to be held on December 13th from 12 to 5 at the library. Any questions? 727-2665. Also, November 1st through December 7th, the library is collecting mittens for their mitten tree and hats and I'm sure anything that's going to keep somebody warm. Heads and hearts warm this winter, it says. So that is going to go on through December 9th. Again, questions 727-2665. This is the Christmas book folding workshop. They've done this a few years. This one's going to be held on Monday, December 16th. It's going to be at the library also at 6 o'clock, ages 14 and up. This is where they make a folding Christmas book, and it's very unique. Again, questions 727-2665. Pickleball lessons, which is very popular in the community, especially at the Odd. This is, if you're interested in pickleball, this is, where'd this start? I know it's in here okay, it started November 12th through December 10th. This is held from 10:30 to noon. Again, questions there, you can call 586-430-4950, or you can call our Parks and Rec department to get more information on that at 727-3664?
3064.
3064, 727-3064. We go to the calendar, today being the 18th. There is an EDC meeting.
Yes.
As far as, okay, on the 21st at 7 o'clock right here at City Hall. As mentioned, the yard waste ends this coming Monday, the 25th. So get your leaves up and get them out to the corner there for pickup. The TIFA will be meeting on the 26th at 7 o'clock right here at City Hall. And then you have Thanksgiving, which we need to be thankful for everything that we've had this past year again and everything that we will receive in this new year. The Richmond Community Schools will be closed on the 27th through the weekend. City Hall will be closed both on Thanksgiving Day, Thursday, the 28th, and on Friday, the 29th. Let's see, and that takes us into December. What happened in November? No overnight parking on curb streets begin. That is on Sunday, the 1st. And that again, heed the warning, there is no overnight parking on curb streets in the city of Richmond starting December 1st. And there is a certain time that is in effect, and it's not here on our calendar.
I believe it's 3A to 6A?
Yeah, is that what
so.
3 hours?
So.
Yep, 3 a.m. to 6 a.m. Yeah, so, you know,
Yeah, and we will put like a notice on our website, so if you have any questions, probably next week, the notice will go up, or late this week.
okay. And of course, 2 weeks from tonight will be the next regular city council meeting on December 2nd. Don't forget, one of the things we haven't announced is our tree lighting in our street parade is going to be on Saturday the 7th. And there's special things going on all day long over at the municipal parking lot on the north end of town. And we will have, the Santa Parade will start at 5:30. That starts at the corner of South Forest and Main. It works its way down around the town clock and then back to the municipal parking lot where Santa will be there to greet the kids. And we'll have the tree lighting will happen. And last year it was a great time, and we're looking forward to another great time, and hopefully a little white stuff on the ground to really put everybody in the Christmas mood. But anyhow, that's it for the calendar. Is there any other business of the city council? If not, motion to,
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Support.
all in favor of the motions, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Against? Motion does pass. Thanks for being with us.